watching WENY HD News with Jennifer Sheehan, Ben Wilcox, Chief Meteorologist Joe Veras, and Sports with Josh Gitzoff.
School districts in Schuyler County are doing their own back-to-school prep. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Sheehan.
And I'm Ben Wilcox. Thanks for choosing WENY HD News at 11. That story in a moment, but first we begin with breaking news. We have reports of a river search on the Susquehanna River in Terry, Pennsylvania. Very few details are available right now, but what we do know is a rescue staging area has been set up at the Terry boat launch. It can be seen here on this map. This is across the river from Wyalusing in Pennsylvania. We will monitor this story and bring you an update on Twin Tiers this morning, if warranted. Superintendents from Bradford, Odessa, Montour, and Watkins Glen Central School District met tonight to discuss the state of education in the county.
The presentation included updates on new school programs, which includes the new Common Core. WENY HD's Kelly Meyer was at the meeting and joins us live in the studio with the story. Kelly, what are they planning to do with Common Core this year?
Jennifer, with Common Core, the districts are switching from a standardized-based program to a set of core programs, and the curriculum is reflecting that shift.
There are a lot of changes going on in Schuyler County school districts. In the first meeting of its kind, superintendents from 3 of these districts came together to make sure everyone in the community knows what's going on before school's in session.
We found that there's a lot of interest in all the changes that are going on with the school districts, as well as discussions between local municipalities, police departments, and so on, and what that means to the community.
The group of about 50 discussed everything from academic programs to transportation to the controversial new topic, Common Core.
Schools have to begin to communicate constantly with their community because of the changes and challenges that are before us with the implementation of the Common Core.
Results under the new Common Core standards for math and English were much lower than anticipated, but it's not something they're trying to hide.
And again, the issue becomes, when you look at the assessment, is the assessment aligned with the curriculum? And I have to say the answer to that right now is no.
So what should parents expect when kids head back to school?
It's not your father's school, as we used to say, and we need to communicate that with our communities.
School starts Wednesday, September 4th. Kelly Meyer, WENY HD News.
All right, thank you very much, Kelly. As we told you last night, MLB All-Star Mo Vaughn made a $12,000 donation to the Ithaca Police Department, hoping to help curb crime in the West Hill in Ithaca.
Vaughn owns the West Village apartment complex, which has seen some of the worst violence in Ithaca. Today I got to know residents, asking them if they think this donation could make a change.
Police are planning to saturate the West Hill area.
Officers are directed to get out of their vehicles, to interact with the community, to regain the community's confidence.
But the West Village apartment complex has deep-rooted problems that might not be solved with just a $12,000 donation. Residents, too, will need to help.
People, when there's crimes and drugs and weapons involved, people are going to not open up and talk. They're just too afraid.
Some feel more police presence will help major problems. They also feel it's the presence of people not living in these complexes drawing in crime.
A lot of things that they hear about West Village, the damaging stuff, that is not the residents. It's basically a lot of people that's coming from the outside into West Village. They do what they do, and then they leave.
Officer Williamson believes the donation to IPD is a positive step to ensure residents are more safe and comfortable in their homes. Residents, though, would like to see that money go towards something like a playground.
Well, let's do something to bring everybody together as a whole.
Crime rates have dropped on the West Hill since 2011, but it will take the police and community to make the West Hill vibrant again.
How do you like living here?
It's good.
Why is it so good?
Because I love it.
What do you love so much?
About my friends, everything.
And I hope that other people start to feel that way too. That this is a place that they can come and live in peace and raise their children without any fear.
We will continue to follow the progress West Hill makes in the coming months.
Well, we're looking at some chilly conditions across the Twin Tiers tonight. Coldest we've seen so far this season, and temperatures still have a ways to go before they bottom out late tonight. Currently 52 at the Elmira Corning Regional Airport in Big Flats, but some of our Facebook fans reporting some cooler conditions. Valerie in Rexville down to 41 degrees right now, and Kathy in Troopsburg currently at 40, so certainly some chilly conditions across parts of the viewing area right now. 53 in Dansville, 57 in Penn Yan, and Towanda coming in at 55 degrees. We're looking at the 54 in Erin, but 49 right now in Thurston. Our first forecast for the rest of tonight, forecasting 43, and that would be cold enough for a new record. The current record low for tonight sits at 45, and that was set back in 1966. A little bit better in the temperature department for tomorrow. 5-degree guarantee, 75. Westerly winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. We'll continue the warming trend as we go through the upcoming weekend. A look at the 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Joe. We have a traffic alert for you now. The Patterson Bridge in Corning will close its westbound lane on Route 352 starting Thursday. The closure is part of the New York Works project that will replace the bridge. This means that while the eastbound lanes will remain open now, they are expected to close in September. The DOT plans to detour people using Interstate 86 at exit 46 and Route 414. Continuing with a story we brought you last night, the American Red Cross held a blood drive at the American Legion in Corning this afternoon. 38 people came out to donate blood. The drive was held to show appreciation for the blood donations Kim Holmes received during her leukemia treatment. Each person who donated was given a gift card to Holmes Plate 54. Brendan and Kim are the owners of Holmes Plate 54, and this was another way they wanted to thank the community for rolling up their sleeve to donate.
This is a blood drive that was sponsored by Kim and Brendan Holmes. Many of you know that Kim has been fighting leukemia, and because of her transfusions that she received, Brendan decided that he wanted to have a blood drive to give back to the Red Cross for all the blood transfusions she received.
If you were unable to make it to the American Legion today, there will be blood drives on the 19th on Victory Highway and the 31st at the Harley-Davidson.
A local town is still suffering from the severe storms that hit last week. In Pine Valley, there was flash flooding, causing neighbors to lose almost everything. From flooding basements to car engines, neighbors are looking at thousands upon thousands of dollars in damage. They're looking forward to tomorrow night's meeting in Veteran and are hoping it will help them through this tough time. Many are concerned about Catherine Creek overflowing again and worry about small bridges in the area.
Hopefully FEMA might step up and help us. We got told that since it's confined in one little area, that we're not getting no help from nobody.
We've got a dozen trees down, and it's going to clog up the creek if we have another downpour.
If you have been impacted by the flood, you can pick up a residential damage assessment form at your local town or village hall.
Two local comic book talents have teamed up to create a dream project. Writer Bill Giancoli and artist Chris Bell teamed up to create a comic book called Gears. It's a story about a robot with a dream. They were on hand today at Heroes Your Mom Threw Out comic book store in Elmira Heights to promote the book and sign copies for their fans. They say the project was a challenge, but also a lot of fun to do.
It was a lot more work than we first anticipated. I think that's what we were probably surprised by the most, but as far as just having completely creative freedom to do whatever we would like for it, and I think the story came out really well, and the end product we're very happy with it.
You can see them again next month at Hero Botcon Comic Book Store in Elmira at the Chemung County Family Fitness Center on September 21st. Coming up, there is a roadblock from one government agency when it comes to the U.S. Airways American Airlines merger.
And one golfer makes a hole-in-one not once but twice, all in the same round. First, here's a look at our Crystal City Sky Cam in Centerway Square. Joe's full forecast right after the break. You're watching WENY HD News at 11.
You're watching WENY HD News with Jennifer Sheehan, Ben Wilcox, meteorologist Joe Veras with his 5-degree guarantee, and sports with Josh Kitsoff. This is WENY HD News.
Welcome back, and as usual, Chief Meteorologist Joe Veras is here. And Joe, during the commercial break, we were just talking about how it was a little chilly, a little dark and gloomy looking today, and then you said that there could be a frost.
Well, most will escape that, but some of the Facebook fans reporting temperatures right around 40 degrees right now, so in some select locations, you may get a 37, 38 degree temperature by morning, and that's borderline frost temperature there. Most will escape it, though, with readings in the mid and upper 40s overnight tonight, but certainly chilly for this time of year. Good news is the extended forecast will feature a nice warming trend as we go through the weekend.
All right, because some folks are complaining about their tomato crops this year, so we don't want to have a frost.
There's a lot to complain about with temperatures like this.
All right, we're blaming you.
That's right.
Don't do that. I have some good news to report too, but here's what we're looking at right now with our Wellsboro Sky Cam. And things are pretty good at this hour as far as sky conditions go. Lots of clear skies. It's time next week.
All right, and I don't really blame Joe.
I do.
You can take that up with him later. Moving on, an attempt to create the world's largest airline has run into some severe turbulence.
That's right. The government unexpectedly blocked the proposed $11 billion merger of American Airlines and U.S. Airways over fears the super merger would be bad for travelers. Renee Marsh reports.